name is Alex Burleigh from Richmond, Virginia, and I'm the owner, founder, whatever you want to say, of Street Akuma. What got me into cars was probably growing up my entire life. My dad always had me around cars because he owned a body shop called Burleigh's Body Shop, and I was always either working there, helping out, or just hanging out around there. So he kind of grew me up around body work and nice, like, more exotic cars. But then, I don't know, like video games like Need for Speed and stuff like that got me into more like the import stuff. Other stuff, like I grew up riding BMX, and a lot of the BMX guys would always kind of also be into cars or the imports or lowered car stuff. So I kind of grew up around that as well. Then as I got older, I wanted a car to be able to take my bike to ride more places. So I had a Civic. Then after I had the Civic, I was like, all right, I'm not going to do anything to that. And it was a piece of crap. But I wanted to save up for a nicer car. But then I kind of fell out of like the bike scene and started getting more into the car stuff. I've had my car for roughly 3 years now. I've gotten a lot of what I want to do done to it. I mean, like, my ultimate goal is to not own a Hyundai, but that'll be later. I want to get probably some new wheels next year and a half, depending on how I feel about those after a while. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to do like big wings or wide body anything like 99% of the people in the car scene. But I don't know. Okay, I do want bigger lips, half-inch wider all the way around. That'll be next. Some like diffusers and stuff, just small things like that. Static was just like a style preference. I've always thought, like, I don't know, if you look at good fitment, if you see two people with the same fitment and it's good, and one's on bags and one's static, the static car is always going to be more impressive in my opinion, because it just is more dedication and, like, just drive it how you park it, like, doesn't move. You're committed to, no matter where I go, this is how it's going to be. It's not just like, oh, psst. And I don't know, I'm not trying to be like, talk shit about bags or anything, but I just always thought it was more like true to the foundations of everything being static. And I don't know, I've always thought a car looked best when it was rolling, not parked. So I feel like having air is cool when you're parked, like it looks really good, but then 90% of the time the cars, as soon as they go to leave, they have like massive wheel gap and it looks like not good. But I don't know, I've always tried to get static fitment that makes it look like it's bagged. The best compliment ever is when people come up to me and they're like, oh, it's bagged, right? And I'm like, no. And then you have the same argument of people who are like, oh, you're not bagged because you can't afford bags. And I'm like, for the amount of money and work I just put into my suspension, I could have afforded like decent bags, but I just chose not to. It's not a money thing at all. It's just like I said, a style preference. I've gotten a lot of mixed feedback. I get a lot of positive from like other Genesis owners, not local Genesis owners though. They don't. Heard some rumors that they don't like me too much. But online, people give me like compliments and whatnot. But in person, usually like lifted trucks or something will like try and roll coal on me. Or I've had like some race car builds like on the highway, do like some racer flybys on me. I'm like chilling, going the speed limit. But I don't know. People tend to, actually, since I live in Norfolk, a lot of people ask me if I'm on hydraulics, which is pretty funny. Which I guess that's a compliment, but I don't know. It's predominantly good, I guess. I mean, a lot of people say that I wear tires out, and that's dumb and pointless, but I like it. And that I can't drive my car, but I still do. Street Akuma, a lot of people assume that it's like a crew or a club or something like that, and it's not. It's just a like small clothing company. Make like stickers, shirts, hoodies, lanyards, and like accessories and stuff. The reason I started though, just because I always wanted to like make my own products to put my style out there, and I'm a graphic designer or going to school to be one. And I was also trying to get into the automotive photography world side of things for a while, and never was really a photographer for anybody, or just kind of did it by myself and put out my own content. And then after I made Street Akuma, I kind of had something to make it for and use the watermark and all that kind of stuff, and do photo shoots for the company and not just nothing. So that was a kind of cool aspect of it that came about while making it. Today's car scene is kind of a mess in my opinion. I don't like to associate myself with it too much. It seems like nowadays it's kind of leaning more towards like the Instagram famous, like everybody's just doing it for likes and all that bullshit. I don't know. That shouldn't be what people do it for. I think you should do it because you want to. At the end of the day, you go out in your garage or your driveway or your parking lot or your street or what have you, and you look at it and it just makes you happy to see your progress and what you've done, and not, oh, I have 30,000 followers. That's not what it's about. And people get that confused, and like they just try to outdo each other and just have like big, ridiculous stuff, even though it doesn't. No, damn it. But people just like do things just for the sake of pissing people off, or like just getting bad attention on Instagram. Like, just, I don't know. You know it when you see it. I think what the car scene needs today is, I don't know, more respect from the other car people. Like, everybody just talks shit about each other constantly. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's definitely like good people around and mixed in and everything who are supportive and don't do like burnouts or rev their car or car meets and ruin it for everybody else. But I just think people, like, for example, I don't know if we're supposed to get specific or not in this, but after Springfest, a huge event that is super hectic and hard to control, which went amazing. There were so many people on like Facebook and crap talking shit, saying it was like not put together well or anything like that. And I'm like, alright, people don't just have like respect for the time it takes to put together like shows and meets. Like, I held a little Street Akuma meet, pre-meet for Springfest, and there was like, I don't know, not that too many people there, but that was fucking stressful enough to try and handle that. People revving their engine and I was trying to handle it. And so, I mean, that definitely gave me more, like, I already had respect for the people who gave the meets and stuff, but that definitely allowed me to see what they go through, and it's a lot more stressful than people think, and it takes a lot more work than people think.